Girls are not as strong as boys. Boys should protect their family. Boys don't cry. Be a man. Be brave. Stop crying like a girl. Boys will be boys. These are some common notions, or should I say, these are the stereotypes that define gender in our society. We are bound to act and react according to our gender, not based on how or what we feel. I don't believe in gender equality. To be more precise, I don't believe in the parameters that are set by our society on gender equality. According to UNICEF, gender equality means that women and men and girls and boys enjoy the same rights, resources, opportunities, and protections. It does not require that women and men, girls and boys be the same, or that they be treated exactly alike. And I truly believe in this vision. Further, I believe all men are equal and all women are equal. But I don't believe that men and women are equal, because obviously they are not. It's high time we realize that men and women are different. God has created this difference, and the difference is beautiful. Men and women are not the same. In fact, they are not even comparable. But the society does not accept this notion and tries to bring gender equality in matters of zero relevance. Gender equality historically has been predominantly a women's issue for women. Gender equality and how it's affecting men hasn't really been addressed. Fighting for women's rights has become synonymous with man-hating. If gender equality is a major problem about girls, it affects boys as well. It's happening with them too. But not much people are concerned about it, because it's something unheard and unspoken of. Most of the girls sitting here must have heard this somewhere by someone, that boys are physically stronger than you. Most of you must have got offended and blamed it upon the mentality of the person. Or you must have thought that you are being treated inferior. But at the end of the day, it's true. There is no debate about the fact that men are physically stronger than women because their body is made up like that. It is scientifically proven. No doubt women have terrific stamina and pain threshold. But we are still not in the same league as men for strength. Let's take another example. Prolactin is a hormone which is produced by pituitary gland and is strongly linked to emotions. Hence, it is responsible for the tears. Average female have almost 60% more prolactin than an average male because it enables mammals, especially females, to produce milk. And also, men have larger tear ducts and women have shallower tear ducts. So a boy not crying too often or too easily, or a girl crying too often or too easily has a scientific explanation to it. It has nothing to do with your inner strength or about being strong. But this stereotype affects girls and portrays them as an emotionally weaker person in the society. But we need to realize that it's equally hard for boys, as due to the stereotypes, all of them have to act strong all the time and not cry. Otherwise, they would be made fun of. Why do we not have the right to express irrespective of our gender? There's also a myth that sexual harassment is a women's issue. Inappropriate, discomforting behavior can derail careers and drive women away from the jobs they love. Widespread outcry against predatory men is a necessary corrective. We must listen to the brave women who speak up and recognize the men who stand with them. But it's high time we realize that men are also the victims of sexual harassment. There is also a common belief that only males perpetrate domestic violence and are never victims. As with other forms of violence against men, intimate partner violence is generally less recognized in the society when the victims are male, because men can never be beaten upright. Men who are victims of domestic violence are at times reluctant to report it or to seek help. Because if you beat a girl, then people in the society will say that he hit a girl to show his manpower. And if he gets beaten up by a girl, then we have statements to pass like, he's a coward, he was beaten up by a girl. And these statements are common. We do pass them often. There is sexual abuse happening with boys at different places. There are many gay predators as well. Sexual harassment may be more among the girls, but sexual abuse is more suffered by the boys. According to the journalist Martin Daubney, there remains a theory that men underreport their experiences of violence by women against men due to a culture of masculine expectations. According to surveys, the percentage of females coming out on the cases of sexual harassment is less, but the percentage of men is even lesser. Violence by women against men is often understudied or unrecognized. We are living in a society where when a girl slaps a boy, it's okay. After all, he's a boy. He must have done something wrong. He totally deserves it. But when a boy does the same, we pass comments like, how could he hit a woman? He's such a dominating person. He does not respect women, etc., etc. Domestic violence or any other kind of violence or abusive behavior is just wrong and completely unacceptable. It doesn't matter if the victim is men or women. What's wrong is wrong irrespective of the gender. So, if we are to create a gender equal world, a better world for both men and women, we need to dispel these myths. Not all men are sexual predators. Most of my friends are male. I've hugged them when I felt happy. I've cried on their shoulders when I felt sad. They have been like a family to me. So I guess it's time we learn to blame the person, not the gender. If you are truly seeking gender equality, stop saying ladies first. Stop using statements like boys will be boys. You can't use this statement to justify their action or to blame the entire gender. I guess most of you here know when International Women's Day is celebrated. 8th of March, right? Does anyone remember when International Men's Day is celebrated? No. Why is it that on International Women's Day, internet is flooded with messages, tweets, posts, hashtags talking about women empowerment, their contribution to our society, or how beautifully they have conducted the responsibility of being a mother, daughter, sister, and many more. But why on International Men's Day, there is no such hype? Well, many of you may still be wondering that whether any day has been marked as International Men's Day or not. Men do get hurt. They do feel the pain. Boys do cry. It's okay if you're too happy, sad, or emotional about something, you can cry. Boys, let it be. Cry. You don't have to act strong because you are a man. Stop teaching kids in school to respect girls and women around them. Teach them to respect the person. Teach them to respect every single one of them, irrespective of their gender, if you truly want gender equality. So dear boys, it's okay to be scared, to cry, to be beaten up, or to not being able to protect your family. And dear girls, we need to realize that we are not inferior. No one can make us feel less if we don't feel so. At the end, I would just like to request all of you to not let these norms, opinions, notions define who you are. Do not let your gender define your personality. It's time we stop comparing ourselves because boys and girls are not comparable. We must change the way we think and talk about gender. Each of us has the power to make a difference to this world. In fact, we have an obligation to do so. Thank you. By the way, International Men's Day is on 19th of November. So let's celebrate both the genders this year.